So, when it comes to weddings, we find ourselves often talking about what gifts to give the bride or bridesmaids. But there's also an aspect where you want to pay attention to the grooms and groomsmen. So, to identify must have gifts for groomsmen that they will actually use and like, we decided to review Matthew's 1812 house goods, which they have all kinds of desserts and treats that are freshly made, and they are originally from Connecticut. So, the ones that I decided to review were the caramel bourbon sauce and the chocolate bourbon sauce, which is really cool because these two bourbon sauces include Kentucky whiskey, and this has what I like about it is that it's made with no corn syrup or anything. It's something that anybody can who really is a fan of bourbon will really enjoy because the sauce in itself is great for like different types of desserts. As a drizzle, you can add it and include it into desserts you're making, and it actually has a lot of fresh ingredients in it. Like this chocolate one has cream, unsweetened chocolate, bourbon, honey, sugar, cocoa, which is healthy for you, cocoa, vanilla, coffee, and salt, and contains some milk. So once you open it, you're gonna have to refrigerate it after opening. But it's best served at room temperature. So usually when you're like right before they have it or anything, just let it sit out a little so it won't be so it'll be a good smooth feel of texture and everything. But what I really like actually out of the chocolate bourbon sauce and the caramel sauce, I really enjoyed the caramel because I'm a real big fan of like apple desserts and fruits and different like berries and raspberries. I enjoy those, so I prefer the caramel bourbon sauce. But for chocolate lovers who really enjoy chocolate, they probably would go for this. But so right now I have, just as an example, I have warm apple pie in this, and what I would really like to try right now is, it's a little challenging, sorry about that, but let me just give you a preview of this. So this is the caramel bourbon. It's very smooth. It has a nice pleasant caramel smell to it, but you can also smell the bourbon in this. And what I really like about it is that it's not all gooey and everything. It's like a nice smooth flow of the caramel, and it's easy to drizzle on anything or whatever. So I'm gonna put a little on the apple pie. Here, just in case you want to see. It looks really good and smells great. Like earlier, I was testing it with my mom and she really liked the caramel as well. And I'll have that in a second. But in case you want something more like the chocolate one, which the chocolate caramel bourbon is this. It looks like chocolate fudge, but it has a little kick to it. So that's what I really like because it smells great. It smells like amazing, deliciously dark chocolate. But it has that kick to it that people who really like bourbon will really appreciate. And so like you can even have something like a cracker, dip into the bourbon like that, have it on here, and just simply chew. It's really good. And I recommend like getting it with like different things that you would consider. Get a recipe book. Like you can add this, get a couple of jars of these, and just add a recipe book on different desserts, and he'll use it every day. And what I recommend, since weddings are times where you just so good, times when you're buying in lavish volumes of things, that you can make a whole entire gift basket of this. They have free shipping on gifts that are $100 or more. So you can make a big, nice kind of dessert assortments and sauces and everything that you want, and they'll have it wrapped up, can gift wrap it for the wedding just in time. And another thing is that even if you don't want to use like breadings and desserts, you can always have these in fruits. Like this chocolate one is really great on like blueberries, which I have a lot of those. And blueberries are delicious. They not only taste good and they're good for you, but they can help you lose belly fat. So you gotta look that up. But this is like a perfect dessert sauce to include on that. And like all you gotta do is put these back in the fridge to keep that simple. And trust me, if you have enough of this, even like a little of this can give you the same kind of buzz that you would get with drinking bourbon straight or any kind of alcohol beverage. So you definitely want to keep note of that. But yes, like with this apple pie, which is so good, like I can't wait to try this. It's like I'm having it with this sauce. And it's just something about the caramel blending with this bourbon and the warm taste of apple pie that just really gets you going with this. It's delicious. So yeah, I highly recommend just checking the websites of this, because Matthew's 8 House is just, they are on point. And what I love about it is that it's a family operated business. So there are just these entrepreneurs that keep to the family and have family values, and I really appreciate those things when I'm considering products to buy. I also consider things that are fresh products and really appreciate the time people take to provide that. And so I just recommend checking all those out because it's worth the catch and a great groomsman gift. So for more information, you can check out the National Weddings Examiner column and share with your friends these things. We talk about different products that you can use for different things to make your wedding not only memorable but affordable. So just stay tuned, and you can follow on Twitter at From Girl to Girl for all your wedding related news in general, lifestyle, and you'll learn more information. Alright, see y'all later. Bye.